Oh, I love the trumpet. I love the trumpet in this video. Yo, the rappers in this group have those hard-hitting lines. They hit hard, man. Wonderland is honestly one of my favorite songs from ATEEZ that I've heard. The dancing is so like hard-hitting. It's just so badass. Like that's the best word I can probably put. The suits and everything. Wow. Yo, honestly, all of ATEEZ's songs are amazing. They're such bops. Their vocals are awesome. Holy cow. What's the hats? Yo, the choruses always hit so well, so hard. 안녕하세요 여러분, Tony입니다. Hello everyone, it's Tony. So during one of my videos, one of you commented and actually noticed that I don't have any ATEEZ music video reactions or any ATEEZ content in general for you guys to watch, and then that actually came as a huge surprise to me because I honestly thought that I had uploaded something. So with that being said, I'm going to fix that right now by giving you guys my reactions to two of their most recent songs, being Wonderland as well as Answer. I do kind of know a bit of ATEEZ. I know like Hala Hala, Say My Name, Treasure. Actually, Wonderland is a song that I've actually heard already, and then I think Wave is another one. But overall, I haven't actually seen any really ATEEZ music videos. I kind of just like know the songs, so it'll be cool to see what the style of is the music videos. But with that being said, guys, let's get into it. Junbi, ready? Check. So I didn't mention this in the intro, but we're going to be looking at Wonderland first, and then we're going to follow it up with Answer. There should be timestamps somewhere along throughout the video or at the beginning for you guys for that, but right now we're going to be looking into Wonderland. I actually love this song. I love their outfits too. Their outfits are like kind of like military vibe. It's so nice. I don't know why, but like this rapper kind of gives me like the vibe of like the way that they're dressed and like everything. It sounds kind of like bad, but it's kind of like it feels like the voice of like when you think of like old school history dictatorships, like when they're speaking like not like Nazis, but I guess like when Nazis, like maybe what you see in like the Marvel movies, like the voice of those type of guys, it really fits the situation of the depiction. But again, his voice is super unique for K-pop in general, and it's really nice. I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing. Like I'm just saying like for the whole video concept, it really fits really nice. Oh, I love the trumpet. I love the trumpet in this video. They have such a cool layering of beat too. So you keep on hearing it, like I'm sorry for pausing a lot of it. It's so you hear like the trumpets, but then it's like a huge loud trumpet and then it goes down, and then during it's kind of building up again. We're kind of like having very like this is kind of like a military almost style of beat because it's like really building up with a lot of percussion and it's going into something big. I love this guy. I love their outfits in this video. It fits so well. Oh, that's so cool. So you expect like a huge thing, but it's like Mama way. I love this song. It's been a minute since I've heard it. Wow, the visual, I've never seen the video, so the visuals are really impressive. See, kind of like marching band military style. Yo! The rappers in this group have those hard-hitting lines. They hit hard, man. I like how they change like this part when he comes in. It's kind of like a train, just like dun-dun-dun-dun, like it goes in, but then you have the horn that's kind of like, it's almost like a call to battle. It's really cool. They're really playing off this like battle style thing. It's really nice. So you keep on hearing the layering of like percussion instruments. So everything is just building up. So you have more drums now, and it just cuts. So you expect something to be like a high, but we're actually getting like a muffled out tone. Mama way. I love this part. Wonderland is honestly one of my favorite songs from ATEEZ that I've heard. It used to be Hala Hala, but then this replaced it. Yo, the dancing is so like hard hitting. It's so like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so badass. Like that's the best word I can probably put. The suits and everything. Wow. Oh, that's how like the outfits kind of like remind me of like the Reich. that's probably what it reminds me of. It's like just so badass and like they're so, when you have like this army concept, it's so like intimidating. It's so cool. It's like badass to watch, man. Their dancing is so cool. I've never seen them really dance, so it's really intense. That was impressive. That's ATEEZ's Wonderland. Again, one of my favorite songs recently that I've been listening to from ATEEZ. Really enjoyed this song. Like, it's so hard hitting and it's so just like in your face. Like the military style vibes that even you get from the song without looking at the music video really makes it stand apart from all the rest. It's not just like one of those poppy songs. It really kind of just like has some gravitas behind it, and it's so impactful, hard hitting. The rappers in like the song hit so hard in this thing. Oh my god, it's absolutely so impressive to me. And I love the idea that they kind of like took the idea from the sound of the video and imported into this like more like this Third Reich military, almost like I want to say Germany, like Nazi Germany kind of style of video. And it's so like marching band, like everything is just fits perfectly. The from concept to song and everything else in between. The choreography is insane. It's really one of the many first times I've seen them dance. I think I only saw like a partial break dance from Hala Hala, but apart from that, these guys treasure. Loved it. So now let's get on to Answer. Answer is actually a song I haven't actually heard and a video that I haven't actually seen. So it'll be really interesting to see. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see if it's... Wow, the piano is like... Wow. It's a very big different change from whatever. Does anybody else have that feeling that the piano sounds like Fade? It sounds like Faded, no? Like the piano in the background kind of sounds like the song Faded, like the opening at least. Whoa, what happened? Oh, I remember this. I've heard it. Yo, honestly, all of ATEEZ's songs are amazing. They're such bops. It shows such diversity too. So, whoa, what did I do? So, again, I think that like the way ATEEZ has used their rappers is very special because they have them almost open up the song and they give them a main portion of the verses. You don't see that often, but it works so well with their songs because their choruses and everything have their higher note singers, and having their lower voices doing the rapping and everything really accentuates both the chorus but as well as the main verses that usually people don't sometimes spend too much time listening to. This is cool. So before we have like the percussions in Wonderland, but then you have the piano here. It's always in the background. That's something that you can notice in both the songs so far. Wonderland, you always hear the trumpets or the drums in the background. This, you'll always hear the piano. So it's a cool thing to hear the differences. But it's still like the ATEEZ DNA. This is definitely like more of their take on like a more sentimental, emotional song. See, the chorus, it's almost like muffled actually. The chorus is so interesting because you're expecting something like more hard hitting, but it fits so well in this. Let's go. Wow, that was some hip thrusting. ATEEZ always seems to make kind of like these like anthem songs. It's really nice. Wow. They're showing such diversity in their music. Like they can go slow like this. But again, the rappers are kind of like the main focus of them. They use their rappers so well. Their vocals are awesome. Holy cow. So, a lot more than any other group, you can hear kind of like that they use the rappers a lot more. Like they have, I think, what, two to three maybe rappers. They break it up so that they have higher register voice with a higher register voice, like to build up. But then they'll quickly come in after with the rapper so that it breaks everything up. Whereas with other groups, you'll have rap and that's it. But then this, you have everything else. So like it's cool that they keep on breaking it. So it's like always keep you on your guard, off your guard, and keep you just keeping wanting to listen. If I recall correctly, this was released, I think it was released this year? I think it was released this year, so it makes a lot more sense that it's kind of like more of like a bright song because it's more for like the springtime, I think. Whereas I think Wonderland was released in like the fall, winter. Oh, it's the hats. Yo, the choruses always hit so well, so hard. Their outfits are always so nice too. It's like somehow their outfits and the aesthetics always seem so like opulent and high, prim and proper, but at the same time it has like this little swagger, like street cred vibe to it. It's very interesting how they have this like visual and everything, and it's very nice. It's very unique to them, honestly. Oh, it's like their gangster selves, maybe? Their dancing is always so nice too. Okay, the pelvis thrusting is like, That was ATEEZ's answer. So this is one of their more recent ones. Again, has kind of like this similar ATEEZ DNA where you kind of hear the piano in the background throughout the song, but then when it switches to a bit more of like this anthem type of beat, it really builds off the other instruments. And again, when I'm like what I've been mentioning throughout the whole video reaction is that like they really utilize their rappers so well, and you can hear the rapper throughout the song, not just like for one part, because a lot of other groups will use the rapper kind of in a way that it's just like verse, rapper, okay, we don't see the rapper until the end. Like they use them so well throughout the song that it always keeps you entertained almost. Like the song is always not plain and exciting to hear. And again, this just shows a lot of their diversity and ability to create such different types of songs, because Wonderland was a hard-hitting kind of like anthem, like almost like a military style march song, whereas this song is a bit more emotional, a bit more lively, a bit more brightening, but also has a bit more of an emotional side to it. And it's very interesting because you can really hear the high notes of the vocalists in this song, whereas in the other song you don't really hear that, but you hear more of like their like emphasis on like kind of swagger, intimidation. To hear it's like a bit more soft and just more like approachable almost. Overall, ATEEZ, one of those groups that I really enjoy listening to since learning about them, and I'm really excited for when they release more material. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed watching this video. As always, if you have any comments, requests, or just want to talk, feel free to leave them in the comment section below and I'll get to it as soon as possible. But until next time, guys, it's been Tony. 안녕히 계세요. Goodbye.